Welcome to The One Who Seeks, where you are the one who seeks. My name is Tara. I am your intuitive tarot reader. I use tarot as a tool to open up the channels of your intuition. By tapping into your unawakened subconscious, you will answer the questions that you seek. I am not a psychic, although it may seem like it sometimes. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Always remember, the freedom of choice is your power. Only you can make it happen with your actions. What are you seeking? Hey, hello. Welcome to The One Who Seeks, where you are the one who seeks. What are you seeking today? Welcome in, everybody. Feeling extra energetic today, right now. So I did already start off with a lit candle, and because I was trying to use old energy and old candle and not waste so much candle, typically I would change out the candle after every single reading to get rid of that energy. But I just kind of feel like it gets a little wasteful sometimes. There's still a lot of wax in there. But I relit this and it went out while I was setting up. So we are going to start a new energy, and that's what we are talking about today. With Pluto being in Aquarius, it's about starting new, big changes coming through, right? So we're changing out this energy. We're going to start fresh here. Okay, I'd like to invite in the angels of loving nature and spirit for this collective reading for your highest good and for the good of others. Let me be a clear and open channel to the messages coming through today. Thank you. Amen. All right, so we're starting with a new energy. Melting off some of that wax. Kind of dusting it off because it feels new. There's a lot of wax there that you need to get through and melt off to get to the area where you can get to the wick, right? And ignite that flame, that passion, that desire. So Pluto, I pulled out my deck here. Planet Archetypes by Tara. You can get it at onewhoseeks.info. Okay, I needed a deck to help me personally as like flashcards with the symbols of the planets and what they mean and what their archetypes are. So I created this deck, and it's been a great tool for me. Could be a good tool for you as well. So we're talking about power, control, betrayal, manipulation, death, rebirth, psychological breakthroughs, metamorphosis, evolution, empowerment, subconscious, truth to be improved, greatest transformation process, your soul's evolution. What is your journey? What is your North Node? What have you been brought to this planet for? What is your true purpose? Are you living that purpose? Are you making your way towards that purpose? Because that's what we're doing right now, being in Aquarius. Pluto moving into Aquarius for the next 2 decades, 20 odd years. Okay, that's a big chunk of life. This regeneration that's happening, we've already are experiencing it with the new president and all the changes that are happening in our country. And whether you think it's bad or good, changes are happening. And they're happening across the board here with your personal issues, your societal issues, new technology, and finances. Yeah, inflation right now is crazy. So there's a lot of things going on there, and people are in such a situation to where they're so uncomfortable that they're taking more chances and more risks to figure out how they can make more money in order to live comfortably again, right? And to survive. So big changes coming. Yeah, you know, these ones that are standing out too, the betrayal and the manipulation that's happening. And you kind of doing this evolution of the butterfly transforming in its cocoon. It also reminds me of the evolution of, like, you came from a fish. You know, we started as a little tadpole. Interesting. And we evolved into the creatures that we are now. There's a lot of different theories how we became, right? I don't know if we've ever really figured it out yet either, but maybe we will this year, because big changes are happening, or, you know, within the next 20 years here. So yeah, we need to look into what's hidden there with that betrayal and manipulation. What is it we need to open ourselves up to and see? Open up that subconscious, have empowerment, find the truth, right? This is how we are able to transform, because if we don't have the truth of something, you can never really change it, right? If somebody is just like, oh yeah, you're right all the time, even if you are wrong and they're just agreeing with you, that can have some effects on you and your life and how you grow, thinking that maybe you're perfect and you don't need to change, right? Because nobody's ever told you that. You're awakening to that. That's for somebody. And here I am here to create positive change for myself and for others. This is always the intention with this channel, is to enlighten people's lives for the better. And, you know, there's always a cause and effect. There's a ripple effect. It's that butterfly effect, that your actions do have consequences. They do throw out vibes into the universe, and it does change other people's lives, whether really big impact or a smaller impact, right? And those smaller things can add up too, right? And once it starts to gain momentum, it starts to go really fast, right? And so somewhere down the line, it is affecting millions of people. You don't even realize how your energy affects others and how that has that ripple. Okay, so with that being said, we are going to talk about what you need to change or let go of in order to move forward. What are some of the hidden issues of your body and your intuition that you need to listen to? Are you not listening to your intuition? There's something there with that betrayal and the manipulation. Maybe you're feeling it, but you're not being truthful with yourself, right? So we need to bring that to the surface. And let's talk about the outcome that is desired for you. What are you desiring? And then the actions that you need to take to get to that desire. Okay, we are going to do the Girls Gone Happy. I'm going to pull some of these first before we get into those questions with the tarot. Okay, well, we get a little bit more of a topic going on here. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we have this one that jumped out, storyteller. What story do you tell yourself about this area of your life? Where does this story originate? And what meaning do you make of this? Old limiting beliefs, the stories that we tell ourselves. The stories that were told to us as we grew up, right? We're breaking free of this. We're changing it. We're changing that pattern. We're changing the story. It's all about manifesting what you want. So the more that positive things that you bring into your life, the more positive that's going to come to you. Positive attracts positive, and vice versa. Negative attracts negative. So the more positive you can be in the stories that you tell yourself about yourself and who you are or how you put yourself into the world, you need to change the narrative. Okay, and it's like breaking the silence here. Silence. Where is there just too much noise right now? Yeah, is there a lot of noise and clutter and distractions going on in your life right now? And where are those? How can you bring more silence into your space where you are questioning? Okay, how can we change that? What is it that we need to do? What action is it we need to take so that we can get some more silence here? What feelings and associations do you have around silence that need to be worked on too, right? There's that like limiting belief there again, right? Maybe you weren't allowed to feel your feelings growing up and you were silent a lot. Maybe you were a really like shy kind of kid. You kept to yourself because you didn't know how to express your feelings. Are you sitting in uncomfortable silence when you're with somebody and, you know, at a party or at a work situation, just in a coffee shop and somebody says hi to you, or, you know, I guess that's opposite. If somebody says hi to you, it's not really silent anymore. Maybe you just want to be within your silence, right? Like, don't talk to me, I don't know you. But you can no longer be silent. In how you express yourself and how you express your feelings. It's like you don't know what to say or how to say it, right? On that like first date, there's that uncomfortable silence. You don't know. You're trying to impress this other person, right? So there is a little bit of a mask or a facade there, even though you really want to be as authentic as you possibly can be. If you're really looking for a solid foundation of a relationship, it's breaking that uncomfortable silence. It's speaking your mind. It's also a little bit of retreating, right? Because you got to have a little bit of a meditative state. You have to have a clear path in order to be able to get to where you're going. I'm literally picturing a path in my mind right now, a dirt path, and there's a bunch of rocks, and it's like Jesus walking on water and splitting water, but more of like you are splitting the stones. The stones are being pushed out to the side, and they're building up onto the side, kind of creating a little bit of a channel. Okay, and money. You know, we did talk about the finances with Pluto. All right, so there's definitely something with money. I think that once you get to a point of where you know what you want to say, like what's the story that you want to tell, and you want to kind of incorporate these emotions into the story, right? Because it allows others to relate to you when there's an emotion attached to it. Okay, and I think this is going to make you some money. So you could be some sort of like a counselor or a healer. This could even be healing things around money and the limiting beliefs you have about money and how you deal with your money and how you invest. Get a high yield savings account. Put your money in there, so while it's just sitting in the bank doing nothing, it's actually making you money. They keep talking about purchasing silver and gold, because those are the only two things that really hold their value over everything else, over real estate, over the stock market, because those things are ever changing and unpredictable, where silver and gold is like earthly, right? It's very foundational. And it's more like a pinnacle. It's like heavyweight, right? Like it's gonna stay. It's something you can count on, something that's sustainable, that's material. It's like a physical item too, right? It's not just bank account numbers and the internet, where everything is kind of fake. It's just on paper. Like nothing's ever really being exchanged except for like a series of numbers over the internet, over a platform. And like where the security is within that. And it's more invisible. But not really, because it's like, it's almost like energy, right? It's how energy works. You don't really see it. Maybe some people can. Sometimes I feel like I can see it. Like I'm tripping out all of a sudden, but I'm totally sober. So I like see waves within the universe. Like I'm staring at the carpet or something. It's kind of like wavy and like vibrating. It's really trippy because I don't know what's going on. So, whoa, I just like totally went into a trance there. Let's get into the questions, okay? Let's move this forward. We have to keep the momentum, to keep it exciting, to keep it interesting. Let's not linger too much, okay? What do you need to change or let go of? What is it you need to change or let go of? Two of Cups. So something about your family home and having strength here. We have some contracts. We have some plot of land here. You can see that there's a pen. So we're signing these contracts. We're going over it with the loved one over coffee. I feel like this is a very hopeful card. This is the new beginning, right? So maybe you'll be purchasing a new home. Maybe you're just doing something new with your home. There's some sort of new contract coming in here. Okay, I'm hearing read the fine print. Like really look it over, spend your time researching it, doing your due diligence on creating your spreadsheets and figuring out, can I really afford this? How much is this going to cost? You know, how much is the house going to cost? How much are all my closing fees going to be? What is your property tax going to be? Can you get insurance? How much is insurance going to be? There's a lot of different things that we have to think about here in investing in the real estate. So maybe there's somebody out there who is really wanting to buy a home. They feel like maybe this is success, right? Because this is what we've been told, is when you buy a home, like you're successful and, you know, maybe you're a little bit better than others or something, like as opposed to renting. Well, the tables have turned. It's better to rent now than it is to purchase a home, unless you're super rich and you can totally afford this. Okay. But really plan it out, because your relationship here is at stake, right? Because if this doesn't work out, it's going to cause a lot of stress on this relationship, even though it's like a new beginning. It really needs to be planned out and not impulsive. Okay, so maybe it is that you just need to let go of the fact that you want to purchase a home right now. with this particular person. I feel like it's not the time. Okay. What are the hidden issues of your body or your intuition that you need to listen to? It's very important to listen to your intuition. This is One Who Seeks Intuitive Tarot. It's all about your intuition. You know, I'm not magical in any sense. I'm just feeling the energy here. I'm using my intuition and what it's telling me, even if it doesn't make sense to me. It's like, don't try to put the logic into it, because that's going to jumble you up, right? You really got to listen to the intuition and what it's telling you, because those could be two different things. Sometimes they align, and that's what you want. You want it to align, right? Just where it totally makes sense, it's perfect, right? So the Seven of Cups. So these are your hidden issues of the body. So we're talking specifically about your body. Maybe this is things that you're eating and consuming, things you're watching, listening to, the people that is surrounding you, the energy that penetrates your field, your aura, right? Things that make you feel weird or make you feel really good. That's your intuition, right? And you need to start listening to it. Okay, and it's like with so many choices out there, look at all these different prizes and different cups, and you only have so much money, right? So many tickets here to be able to purchase these prizes. Right, this is what we're talking about. Do you have the money to buy this house? Do you really have the money? You might have the upfront money, but you don't have all the back end money that they don't really talk about. And how you're going to struggle with that if you purchase this home and end up having to sell really early at probably a loss. Or you're just going to struggle and you're going to, you know, constantly be working. Right? Let's change how we think about what success is and what it is that we need. Okay. How many tickets do you actually have? What did you earn? Because you had to earn these tickets too. You kind of had to pay a price, right? There was a risk there that you had to pay an upfront price, an ante, a bid, to play a game in order to win these tickets. And then you also had to play the game really well. So there's some work that needs to be done within there in order to get to being able to even make a choice to have these different options. Okay, because if you only have one ticket, you're maybe only getting this prize. That's the only thing that you can buy. You cannot buy any of these other prizes. Right here we have the price list. How many tickets does it cost in order to get this ring? Maybe it's 75. I don't know. That popped in my head. 75. That's a 12. That's a 3. Okay, creativity, community, coming together. So there could be something here about needing to put together some finances with somebody else, right? We need to collaborate. Let's put our tickets together so that we can get the bigger prize. We really want this castle here, but right now I can only get these ferns, these plants. Okay, I already have the ring, maybe. Maybe I already have the ghost, right? The ghosts in our closets, the things that are hidden, the things that scare us. Okay, looking to our spirituality and our emotions here. Going back to those feelings. Really having some sort of feeling. Right? What are you feeling right now? What is it that you want? What is it that you can afford? You really have to look into that. And those are two very different things. You could really want something but not be able to afford it. So you're going to have to work harder, right? You have to change something. So the outcome desired. What's your outcome desired? Four of Swords. This is the foundation. Building that foundation. Creating something. It almost looks like she's rolling something up. Could be a joint. But this looks like more of like an altar, right? So I'm hearing henna as well. Natural henna. They put them in these little pouches, and they can put like this clay in there and kind of roll them and knead them, right? Make them more malleable and easier to apply, right? And she even does have some henna on her with these pictures here. Could be tattoos as well. More permanent, right? Henna is something that lasts maybe a week or two, depending on how you take care of it. Okay, this is that altar. This is that giving gratitude. This is writing things down. This is journaling. This is being creative, right? Having these depictions here is really showing some creativity and the artist within you. Oh my gosh. And so as it relates to me personally, I'm looking at this rose flower on the hand here, and this is actually part of my logo. So I can't really see it in here because it's being kind of covered by my star. But here in my business card, so the woman's head, the outline, the black and white outline there is my main logo, right? And I created a bunch of different colorful graphics through AI. And she has this same rose over her eye, and it would be her left eye as she's looking up to the stars as one who seeks, as the querent, the person asking a question. What is life all about? Which is the main question we all have. Why are we here? Right? But maybe figuring out some more of the details within that question, right? What do I do right now? What is the outcome? What is the action? Who's involved? Right? So the outcome desired here is that you want to share your story. You're breaking the silence. You've done all this meditative work where you are here and alone, and you are writing things down. You are journaling. You got all your pens, every single type of pen, ink and feather, ball point, felt tip. We have our scroll here. We have our tinctures. It looks like we have our obsidian to protect us. We have our candles here with all of our little gems, right? It looks just like that. Our little gems. We have our tea light candles. I don't have a feather here, but I did just look at a little dish. Actually, two of them. There was one like this, a black one with gold, and a white one with gold. And it was just a little dish where you could like put your gems in it. So there's a sign there for me, right? There's a couple signs there for me within my own business and how I am trying to tell my story and how I am trying to make money. It's like very personal to me. Like this resonates, right? If it doesn't resonate, leave it for someone else. It's not for you. But there's a lot of things that resonate for me here. The housing here, right? Having enough money to do something, creating my spiritual business, breaking my silence because I'm really a hermit. I have some really bad money beliefs. Okay, and my archetype literally is a storyteller. As a Cancer, I'm a Sun Cancer. Okay, we are storytellers. So However this resonates with you personally is really going to affect what your action is going to be, right? Because our situations are a little bit different here. We do have an overall general understanding that we are all kind of going through kind of the same thing, right? But our circumstances, the people we're dealing with, where we are all going to be different. So those little details within are different for everybody, but we all go through these same things in the big picture of it all. Like we go through the same challenges, the lessons. It's figuring out how you want to deal with it internally, not asking for anybody else's advice. I mean, I am definitely recommending, you know, study things. Like, I'm a big YouTuber, so I learn all kinds of new things from different YouTubers about history, about building a business, about finances, just various different things. Tarot, of course, and supporting these other people as well, right? Making sure I'm hitting that like button. Even before I even really get through the video, especially with ones that like I listen to all the time, I just automatically hit the like button because I'm there to support them regardless of what the content is that day, because I already know that they have a pattern of an intention that I enjoy, and they don't really deviate too much from that, right? They don't all of a sudden just change and be like, yeah, I'm all for this, and then the next day they're like, fuck that, because they're trying to get likes from different sides, right? It's more of being that authentic person, being authentic within what it is that you want to do. Obviously, learn the rules, but so that you can break them. Know what the rules are first. And then you can break the rules in a creative way, in a fun way, in a positive way, right? So I think you're trying to break out from something. You're trying to be your own individual. You're trying to stand out in some sort of way, which is a big change for you. You're not used to it. So it can feel a little uncomfortable. Okay. All right. So what are the actions that you need to take to get this desire? The World. Wow. I feel like there's that collaboration again, and there's some travel here, right? Maybe you're going to be doing some travel. Maybe you're starting a new business, right? Maybe you just sold your house with your partner because you're going to explore the world and you're going to travel. You're going to try something new. Maybe you're starting a business together and you need to go do some research, some like real world research on whatever it is you're doing. You're collaborating, yeah? You went within, you figured out what it was that you wanted, what it is you need to get there. You planned it out, you figured it out so that you can get here. And now we are at the point of initiation. Let's get this going. Let's get this started. 21, there's that 3 again. Okay, like the whole world is within your hands, especially with technology nowadays. You could be totally on the other side of the world and be talking to somebody on Zoom, right? Or whatever. Or you're just seeing some like a YouTube video or TikTok or something, whatever platform it is that you're on. There's so many of them. It's hard to choose too, right? And which one that you want to go to. That's going to help you out the most, right? But you kind of have to study that too. You got to figure out what the dynamics of those platforms are and how that's going to work for you. How does it work for your personal aspirations? How does it work for your business aspirations, your money aspirations? Are you trying to make money by doing it? If you're posting a video, are you trying to become monetized? Are you trying to make money from this? Is this going to be your full-time gig? Are you traveling full-time? You know, technology is really going to allow us to expand and tell our stories to many other people. More so than you would have before technology, where you literally just have to do some sort of a vendor booth to get seen, or paid marketing and have mailers sent out. You know, it's quite different now. It's more instant now, where before it was snail mail, word of mouth. You know, we still have those things too, but now it's so much quicker and faster with all the internet-based platforms, getting to more people from further away, bigger crowds, bigger groups. So yeah, exploring new things within yourself and with your partner, right? How we came full circle here, coming back with our partner, and how we're working, we'll, you know, sticking with each other, having the courage, having enough communication, I'm hearing, and understanding of what's going on here. Maybe you just sold a house. You had to sell a house because now you want something different. Now we're trading in that castle because we want the ring. Or whatever it may be. Maybe you want the dragon because you want to go slay. You want to get out there and slay, right? Light the world on fire is what I'm hearing. It's because you're fired up. You're ready to go. We also have like, this kind of reminds me of like a church. This reminds me of Aztec, like history, past, rich culture, right? And this is kind of like under a piece of glass here where it's magnified. It's also like protected from any kind of dirt getting in and your fingerprints when you're pointing over it, right? It's also magnifying so that you can see the letters of where you're going. What's the name of that place? How do I get there? Let's plan that out. It almost reminds me of like a Ouija board as well. I don't really mess with Ouijas. But that aspect, that tool that they hold with the glass and they're pushing it around. Well, they're not really pushing it around. It's spirit guiding them, right? It's like kind of an intuition game as well. And it moves around the board to give you a message. There's a message here within the world. I feel like you need to travel right now. Or the desire is that you want to travel, right? But this is the action that you need to take to get the desire of telling your story. So it is getting out there. I feel like this is a physical traveling as well as an internet travel. Okay. I was talking about the ring, and we have the diamonds here. So I'm going to go straight to the diamonds right now. Okay. Some sort of a hidden message, I feel like, within that. Okay, I feel like there's two here. All right, yeah. So we have the Lover. Interesting. So yeah, I feel like there's a marriage here. For sure. And maybe somebody is selling a home to buy a ring. Somebody's selling the ring to buy the home. This is just maybe the new beginning, a fresh start with somebody, a new relationship. It doesn't even have to be a new relationship, because usually you are already kind of in a relationship before you ask somebody to marry you, right? This is kind of a long-term thing over a time where this happened, and we're making some decisions together, what we're going to do with all these tickets, right? And I feel like initially the feminine is kind of taking over the finances. This is a very beautiful card. We got the swan here with the golden pearl and some black pearls. And a daisy, a yellow daisy. because that can mean something for someone. Okay, and then we have the shaman, right? And we are, you know, we are kind of moving from this relationship here and making the decisions together about how we're going to spend our finances and build our life and our home. We're kind of moving on to dealing with all of our shadows, right? And our gratitude. Here is also a huge golden pearl floating within this universe here. We also have that big diamond there, which is the back here of the deck, right? So there's definitely something about the oracle, the tarot within that, right? Within the deck, something about a deck. And all the different things that swirl around in our mind as we are journaling, right? And we're getting rid of these shadows, the things that we're letting go of. Okay, you can't even see that on the bottom there. So I'm going to push these up. See if we can get those in there. Yeah, it's that mind swirling around, feeling all the different things that you're thinking of at any particular time. And there is a bit of a death here. I do have 3 skulls here. I don't know what this is. Feels very sexual though, even though it's like a fruit. And then we have the snake. Snakes that shed their skin, have a new beginning, helps them expand, helps them grow, gives them a new skin, a new shimmer, a new shine. Right, to come back together with this lover. They have to go within. They have to go through the darkness. They have to go where it's scary. This, you know, this hand that's popping out almost is like, trying to embrace themselves from this fall. All right, Spirit. What else do we need to know here? What is the offering? Forgiveness. Healing comes from acceptance. Help me, dear Lord, to fully accept what is, knowing that this alone will open me up to the new. Once again, right? What is it that you need to let go of, right? In order to start new, to have this change. So I feel like there's a lot of resentment, probably within the relationship here. Maybe you had to sell your home because you didn't have enough money to purchase it. And there's some resentment there of some sort within a relationship. And it's like now, like you've been shifted from this grand land here to only being able to choose from the Chuck E. Cheese display, right? Like you downshifted so much, like you lost so much, and then it feels like all you have are these stupid little plastic toys that are toxic and polluting the earth and things that you don't really need or want, but it's kind of like that retail therapy where you might buy it anyway just because you have the money or the amount of tickets that you can buy it with, right? It's more of an impulse. So maybe somebody is really impulsive with their spending and it has affected your life greatly and you had to go deep within to heal from this. Okay. Wow. Yeah. So forgive, okay? And just push through and do your own healing work. Don't let this drag you down. Okay, tell me more, Spirit. My sweet ass affirmation deck. Okay, it's hard because it's double-sided, so I'm trying not to look at them when I grab one. because I don't want that to influence me, right? So we have, I love me just the way I am. I love you just the way you are. Okay, this is that forgiveness right here. I understand you. We're all going through, and the butterfly, the transformation, right? The metamorphosis. And then we have the flowers here, which is, will feed these butterflies some nectar, right? Give me that sweet, sweet, that deliciousness, that nourishment for my body, for my soul. I accept you for who you are. This is unconditional love and forgiveness, no matter what has happened. Now, of course, if it's a serious situation, you are getting beat or something, please get help. Please leave. Okay, that's not what we're talking about. This is something, somebody's spending too much money, right? Putting you in some financial despair. You lost something. Somebody lost something that was of value. And they're kind of trying to replace it with this bullshit plastic, right? But I forgive you. You are who you are, as long as you're trying to grow and you learn from your mistakes. I forgive you. It past is in the past. We move forward from this point on. This is the new start, right? But the one that I wanted here is I lead the best effing life ever. Okay, and we have an astronaut here. And these are kind of my logos again, right? So this is really relating to me and how we're looking up to the stars. My name literally means star. So Tara is a female Buddha and is a powerful deity who helps followers on their spiritual path. Her name means star in Sanskrit, and she is associated with navigation and travel. In Tibetan, she is known as she who saves. Okay, this is on my business card, and my whole kind of concept is that we are looking to the universe. We are looking to the stars for answers. We are humans, so yeah, we're gonna have to wear some astronaut uniforms, I guess, gear to help us breathe in this new oxygen, or lack of oxygen, let's say, lack of gravity, right? We're in a totally new world. We're also doing our meditation here. We are thinking, we are becoming kind of one with the energy of the universe. Okay, well, you should always live your best life. What happens if you lead others to discover their best lives too, right? That's what we're doing here. Your energies and your positive momentum combine into abundance tornadoes, ripping through and destroying Depression Avenue, Resistance City, and the almighty United Procrastinations. Okay, do what you love. Doing what you love births the divine through you. And helping others discover what they love births divinity throughout the galaxy. This is that ripple effect that I was talking about, right? Generosity always shakes the tree of prosperity. You were born to lead the way, which also reminds me of the term, money doesn't grow on trees. But we're changing our mindset about money, right? So we're going to shake that tree of prosperity and we're going to get that money. Okay? You were born to lead the way. You are setting new expectations for the world and how others are going to act, react, navigate, ignite. Okay, you're throwing in that fire, that passion, that desire to help others, which is going to create a ripple effect throughout the world. based on your mind and what you've created, of what you've lost, what your story is, from you breaking your silence, breaking free from that cage, that box that somebody's put you in, that society's put you in, that your family's put you in. And that's you stepping into your courage and showing the world, I am so much more, I'm so much more powerful. Okay, which is going to also help with your relationship here. You going within also comes full circle back to this relationship, making it stronger. And now you're going to have more boundaries, right? Because you went within and you dealt with your shadows. So when you come back, you're not necessarily going to be the same person. You may have to fall in love with your lover here. Once you come back from this, right? To get to this. Okay, let's go back to the happy girls. I want one more card, please, Spirit. One more card to wrap this reading up. What is it that we need to know right now? Okay, what is it we need to question, possibly? Holy cow, that was a topic card. It just flew to the ground. Okay, something that we need to, I don't know, toss to the side here. Toss on the ground. Sexuality. Interesting, right? So we are talking about the partner here. So maybe there's something to do with sexuality there. I almost feel more, it's not like having sex necessarily with somebody else. It's more like tapping into your masculine and your feminine sexuality. The aspects of how hard or how soft you are as far as your emotions go, and how you defend yourself and how you shield yourself. How assertive or not assertive that you are. How timid are you? How strong are you? Are you boisterous? Are you getting yourself heard? The squeaky wheel gets the oil, right? And if you don't make the noise, you're not going to get the oil. So it's time to like scream, right? Scream at the top of your lungs, because that silence needs to be broken. Don't just sit there in silence. Express how you feel. Okay. Let's do one more. Doubt. Where's your faith lacking? How is this keeping you stuck? What will help you build up the faith you need in order to take an edgy but necessary step? Yeah. So, you know, doubt is part of fear. It's pretty much what holds most of us back in life here. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt the strength that you have, right? There's that Leo aspect here with the strength card, with the lion. Okay. Yeah, it's connecting with spirit. How is this keeping you stuck? Are you in this this area here where you are not able to forgive? Like, you are just so stubborn and gung-ho about this, and my story is the only story, and you're not looking at the other side, the hangman position of seeing somebody else's perspective of something and why something happened. What is the fear that's holding you back? Okay. What will help you build up the faith you need in order to take an edgy but necessary step? This is stepping out of that box again. It's getting out of the cage. Letting yourself out. You have to trust in yourself. Trust in your intuition. And what it is telling you to do. And act on it right now. This is fast movement. Do it now. What feels right to you? Tell your story. Forgive. Go within so that you can come back. Full circle. Okay. Thank you for being here with me today. This is your reading. I hope you found it helpful. Please like, share, subscribe. Also go to onewhoseeks.info. You can purchase your planet archetype deck. I do have also some cool swag, some sweaters with graphics that I've created with my logo. Help support me, help support the channel. Let's do this together. I'm here to help you heal. I'm here to help heal the earth, one person at a time, creating the ripple effect. You too can create a ripple effect for the good of yourself and for the good of others. Okay, I love you all. Take care out there. Some fast moving changes going on. Brace yourself, okay? It's not going to be easy, but you're gonna make it. Okay. Love y'all. Bye. I want to thank you and our angels for being present for the messages that have come through in this reading. If you found this to be helpful, please like and share this content so others can benefit as well. Seek the subscribe button and don't forget to get notifications so you never miss a reading. The more love you share, the more love you receive. And you can find more love right here in these other videos. For more information about this channel, personal readings, swag, and donations, check the links in the description box.